locked. The sundowns are golden, then fade away. If I never do nothing, I'm coming back someday. 'Cause you got a heart so big it could crush this town, and I can't hold out forever. Even walls fall down, and all around your island there's a barricade that keeps out the danger. It holds in the pain. Sometimes you're happy, and sometimes you cry. Half of me is ocean, half of me is sky. You got a heart so big it could crush this town, and I can't hold out forever. Even walls fall down. And some things are over, some things go on. And part of me you carry, part of me is gone. You got a heart so big it could crush this town, and I can't hold out forever. Even walls fall down. Baby, you got a heart so big it could crush this town, and I can't hold out forever. Even walls fall down. Hey, what's up, everybody? Aaron here. Thanks for tuning in. Today's tune is by Tom Petty, and the song is called Walls. So before we get started, as always, go to the description and get yourself a link to the tab so that you can learn all the chord shapes and the fingerings that'll go along with this video, and hopefully that'll be a help. So without further ado, hey, look, I wanted to do something that was kind of modeled on a song, but the topic would be how to arrange for like a singer-songwriter, a solo guitar singer-player, to play one of these tunes, a tune that has multiple guitar parts and drums and bass and everything. Well, how do you take that tune, and then how do you do your own solo version of it? You know, so I wanted to give you a couple ideas that maybe I use to do this. So if you're going out to play a gig, say at a coffee house or a bar or something, you know, you'd have you could arrange the tune and make it your own. Okay, so let's talk about the beginning. The beginning, first of all, too, I think Tom Petty uses a capo on 5, which puts it in F. I'm just doing it down here on 2. For me, that's better for my voice. So we'll talk about it as the key of C, wherever your capo is, whatever works for you. So we have a C chord as the 1 chord, an A minor or A minor 7 as the 6 chord, an F as the 4 chord, and the G as the 5. So real, classic progression, just okay. So Tom Petty's guitar part, he uses a D note here over a couple of the chord changes. So what he does in the beginning is has a C chord, adds that D for a little color, which sounds great. So that's the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Do it over A minor 7. On the F, he just seems like he plays straight F, but on the G, does a little C note here, 1st fret of the 2nd string. So a little suspended sound. Okay, so that's what he's got going. My addition to this was to take a little of the melody. Think about the singings. Some days are diamonds, some days are rocks. Okay, let's talk about those phrases. We have a G, F, E, D, E, and then G, F, E, C. If we're talking about the frets, 3, 1, and 0 on the 1st string. And then we're using the 3 on the 2nd string, so back to the open 1st string. And then the next phrase has 3, 1, open, and then 1 on the 2nd string. So there's your melody, right? And so we're trying to get that to happen over these 8th notes. So I'm trying to keep some sense of the beat down there. Little walk down. That's nice. Real common from C to A minor. I like to hammer on the A minor as a little fill there because there's a little space. So one more time, we have. Okay, then the two phrases kind of repeat. Over the G and the F. Notice I'm using this G with finger 2, 3, 4, not 1, 2, 3, and the reason for that is when we have to do a little melody duty, you want the chord to keep going. So you wouldn't use this version because then you'd have to lift off that chord to get back over to that melody note. So it's a good idea for you to know how to have a couple different voicings and a couple different fingerings for the same chord in case you're working with trying to grab melody notes over the chord. You have some more options, right? You're always trying to get that chord to stay ringing under there. At least I think it's nice, okay? All right, so there's some ideas for the verse, right? Putting the melody over the chord progression of the verse. Fill. You could change the melody a little, maybe on the end, like. That's kind of cool. Then it leaves you on an F note with a G, which is a G7 chord, a little tension to get you back to. All right. So be creative. What if you, another thought here, what if you took that melody and went down the octave? Sounds quite nice. Kind of doing it against the G string, playing the melody. So we have 2 notes going on. So you could go down that road. That could sound really cool. Okay, so melody either up the octave or down the octave, trying to play it with the chords. That I think what that does is it really gets the listener hooked, because they hear the the melodies going on and the chords. If you're just doing this. It gets a little monotonous and it's we don't hear the melody with it. So, all right, let's move on to the chorus section. You got a heart so big. So that's F to C, and it does that again. Crush this town. F, C, F, C. And then we got a D minor here, a 2 chord, to A minor, then a G. And then, so I just use a G there, kind of with fifths, no third here on the B note. Sometimes that sounds fun to do, you know. And then back to C. So you got a heart so big, it'll crush this town. I can't hold. Whoops, sorry. Hold on, D minor forever, A minor, even walls, G, fall down. Okay, so there's the chorus. Now, what are you going to do with that? You know, of course, the hammer-ons are really good. The third of the chord. From the 2 to the 3, so. A lot of times I'll take these F and C chord shapes and I'll put, you know, on the F here, I'm putting the C in the bass. And then on the C chord, I'm putting the G in the bass. So I'm kind of putting the 5th in the bass. And, you know, it's kind of fun. If you like that, you can do that. If not, you can just use the root in the bass. Let me back up for a sec. There's one thing I didn't talk about, and that is when you go from the verse to the chorus, you can create stop time. And I think stop time is a nice addition to an arrangement that changes things up a little bit, shakes it up, and, you know, catches the listener. So an example, if I'm singing through the verse, so some days are diamonds, some days are rocks. You got a heart so big. Okay, so that last lyric or that last beat of the verse, you know, 2, 3, 4, 1. You got a heart so big. I think that can be a useful tool to change things up and make the song sound nice. So you can create some stop time, then the vocal kind of solos a little bit. You could even do some kind of guitar fill, you know, by itself, and that might stick out more. So think about some stop time on your arrangements when you do these. I think that's about it for the tune. We did the verse, we did the chorus, talked a little bit about some fills with hammer-ons, incorporating the melody into the song. Just some basic things to make your own arrangement a little bit hipper, a little less monotonous, has some different parts. Yeah, and so I think we'll probably keep doing some more lessons like this where we maybe just take a classic tune and add a little something to it, and then see if we can make our own arrangements. So hope that's helping you out, and thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.